Good morning, ladies. My name is Chaz, and welcome to the What If? Yeah, Zuku, or no, sorry. What if I was in the slime movie? That time I got reincarnated as slime. So, in this What If, my character is called I. The letter I. There's one letter, I. So, he is a big brother to Demon Lord Maleen Naga. Yeah. And, yeah. In this alternate timeline. And it has been a while since I did one of these. So, bear with me now. So, yeah, he's very powerful. So, he gets, teleported to, or banished from their world to the otherworldly. And they So, Demon Lord Maleen had her, baby dragon thing. And her baby dragon got killed. So, over years have passed. He was more, learning more and more about the school. And every schoolgirl fell in love with him. Every time he walks in, they walked over and pushed toward younger, until a greedy king and his subordinate decided to bring him back to the reality. And they summoned him. He goes to the same school where these guys are. Plus, that's her. So basically, yeah, he went in, as he's so calm. But back on the other world, the girls are acting like that. They wanted him back. Yeah. So, yeah. Then he basically, he goes to or so she went, or she didn't notice because her fire spirit told her that that boy isn't Lang. He is the Demon King I. The hmm? What do you mean by that? Well, what I heard from them was he was banished to a alternate universe, like the otherworldly, your home world. Looks like a greedy king and his subordinate brought him back. But why isn't he known on the, like, because some people say that he is always too wound up, but he's now de-winding in himself somehow. He's like calm as a cucumber. So during the one of the things, he or so she and him when you seem a lot more calmer since some people say that you're Demon Lord I. Yeah. But I went through that stage. Some of the people from the other world, some of the girls will really enjoy me. Hey. Hey? So that girl was hearing him, and she actually, when she was just a kid, she heard about the Demon Lord I. At the time, him, Demon Lord I was just a prince. Then he became a Demon Lord. And she had, like, love in her eyes. She looked at him. As on the other world, one of the girls that he or is actually the same age. He looks like a 20-year-old kid. Or yeah. And so it's complicated. They both had basically. And yeah. Like, yeah. You don't know what happened. But I do, but I won't tell you because I might be demonetized. So basically, so now, and they weren't married. Somehow yeah. So she, so both of them, or both her and Mr. or like him, was walking out. To like go see the students, but then one of them, or her, she grabs I's hand, pulls him towards her, and straight up kissed him right on the lips. As he was the same height as her, so yeah. She's embarrassed. Or, like his embarrassment, or he was so embarrassed that he literally covered his face. Yeah. As steam comes out, I heard that you're a demon lord or an eye, and you used to be a prince and the troubled prince. So she ends up falling in love with him deeply. As rest of the students wonder why that both of them are like sitting so close to each other. As she says, well, they are girl, the I forget her name, but she, of course, she actually says her name. Fell in love with the student I team. No. And one of them, like, man. So you're saying that he. So. So he ends up. And then so embarrassed. So. The king. And told on the after he got back, he told him to join the little group. Yeah, with them and go to a different country. So they go to a different country and they ended up destroying it. As a girl looks over, as she felt like she met him before. Because one of the girls, and he was on like a Earth, or in the other world thing. She was actually one of them. And she asks him, what's your name? My name is I. um, one letter. And then she remembers who he is. She puts her arms up and hugs him. As she rubs her chest. No, not her chest. Her head. I meant her head into his chest. And one of the subordinates says, "Ah, so you already knew who he was." And she says, "Yeah." And in the other world, he is the popular kid that every girl dreamed of. That they fell in love with him. So, yeah. So he ends up going and and he ends up, yeah. And she lays in bed with him. As he's like so embarrassed. Of course, when she heard that someone is trying to take him, she literally went into his bedroom and was about to challenge the girl. This is a love story part. So if you guys don't want to have love story, go to like the opposite one. So basically, yeah, so then Mr. I, reason why he got the name that is because he has one demon eye. So yeah. So he stops them from fighting or starting a fight because he actually doesn't mind having two girlfriends because because he is actually in love with both of them. And she says, "All right, we both, or all three of us agree." So then they all three went to bed, and him in the middle with both her and her. So then the next day, so time skip. This is the part where during all that, Rimuru was like already built his clan and all that stuff, his city, and yeah, then now it's my turn. So So then the day came. So then 4 of them went and as all 3 of them, or 2 of them aren't cheerful, but he's just like, this place is pretty cool. Why would they send us on to destroy this beautiful place? Well, if a king or masters tell us what to do, we do it. Come on now. So then the both pink and purple haired, pink hair and purple hair were they battled against them. As he says, be careful with the building. As Baron Nimaro was there, but he says, you're more worried about the architect. Yeah. Because it's cool. You have here. Is your name based off of my thing? You must be in like a ogre. And your name is Benny Mar, right? Yes. Master Rimuru gave me that name. But oh well. I don't want to hurt you. As some of them are as the pink-haired girl looks at him and sees a core. There's his demon lord core, and then his kindness developed in his body. Watch out, Animaru. He's a demon lord. I know which one. As Benimaru says, I know who you are, Demon Lord I. You used to be a maniac. Just like how your sister is. Ooh, so you know my sister. Yes. She's an ally to us. Makes you our friend. Well, yeah. Next time you see her, tell her that her brother misses her deeply. As he starts to tear up, as Benimaru walks over, as he understands that he doesn't, or because Benimaru doesn't see any anger or hatred, or basically his own. He wasn't chosen to fight like a. Okay? So, but instead of like pulling the blade out and slicing the head off, he puts a hand out and tells him that he as he tells him that it put everyone to safety, as he used a illusion spell to make copies of everyone, and yeah, but he was a demon, but then but he was the most powerfulest one. So then he retreated with the other three, as she knows that he loves her. So she basically hugs him, like, okay. So then as Benimaru, or as Rimuru, like, does, like, all that stuff. So then the epic team of him, the three people, him, and her, and my character, I'll just say my character, was basically as Demon Lord and I, that's what most people start calling him that. So then sorry about that. I could not find the image where. Give me a moment. There we go. I fixed it. So yeah, the epic scene where the orc and then the goblin, or two goblins, and him went into the, like, walked down the main road to, like, the escape road, and, like, battled. I don't know. Well, the old guy, he can sense the. So, and my character, I ended up entering, or as he tells those two, the her skill, make a custom one for her, then take her original one and put it inside one of your bodies. I see. Without one of us getting killed. Allows her to do it. So then he makes a custom one, put it inside her body, and then her one that she was, like, it got transferred into his body, and yeah, then everybody else got killed except for Demon Lord Melee, or no, Demon Lord I, and her, and him. And you must be Demon Lord High. Huh. You must be the orc. Or from the orc clan. Like Orc King or Orc Lord, and yeah. And if I was crazy, I would have had to pick the fight with you, but I'm not. Okay? So then their like cursed spirits thing was been reprogrammed to like serve him. So yeah. Or her. There's him. Yeah. So then then Rimuru ends up killing everybody, including him, because his soul, as he wrote down the name of his group, and so the Demon Lord I, with his, so then he ends up looking at, so she still is in love with him. So the guy ended up, so Rimuru ends up becoming, Rimuru ended up becoming a demon lord, as he's so kind. And so then the Demon Lord I ended up going to the ball thing, or whatever that thing's called. And yeah. So you look fine as ever. Okay? We always pick the stupidest names, aren't we? I remember. So then he goes to home, or no. So he goes to the ball thing. And he ends up going with and he did not want her to go because it would have been too dangerous for her. And she sees him treating her as a child. But he doesn't treat her as a child. He treats her as a adult, but he doesn't want, if a fight broke out, as she, like, gets all grumpy, like, making that face. But then he kissed her right on the forehead. I did not say that you could go anyway, so as she, like, hey, but if a fight broke out, then you and I'll protect you. Okay? So then so he goes in as he sees his little sister, Demon Lord Ling. Of course, then Van Kleist does, like, because he knew that he knew that the Maline was pretending to be mind controlled, but he doesn't say anything. He keeps his mouth shut before her. As I'll gladly to pitch in. Okay. So welcome back, Demon Lord Chaz. No, actually, Demon Lord I meant, sorry, I was itching my butt when I said that. So, yeah, basically, he will happy to be obliged. So then he goes, sits through this long meeting. I forget how long these things are. Trying to make a proposal. As his girlfriend understands, or she understands that sitting through long elections like that is, as then Rimuru tells, so it's time for me and Clayman to get paddled. Anger, sadness, madness, crazy. As he jumps into the fight with them. As he knocks Clayman around like a little rag doll. Well, not giving him a fighting chance. And as he used Thought Accelerate on him. And like not giving him a chance. And to, like, as Demon Lord Hearn Clayman is like passed out. As he could be cruel. Oh, the Demon Lord High. As he, yeah. As in this alternate timeline, because both of them are parents to, like, the Demon Lord I and then the Demon Lord Ern Maline. And so when both of them, or when like he says, man, he changed a lot. He used to goof around with his opponents, but now he's just wants to kill them. Maybe something in that from the other world that changed him. No, it's still the same old. Oh, see, he likes the strategy of toying with people before her, but we see his ultimate and like cruelty self. He's always been so cruel. We always knew that he was cruel. Huh. Still same old. But as he looks over at his girlfriend, or not him, but the Demon Lord Eye. How you doing? I'm fine. But let me at him. I'll happily be obliged to punching around him. Yeah. But I beat you to it, so haha. Jerk. As Demon Lord Malene sees this as it's like back in the old days where he did that same trick to her. Because they were just goofing around. So, yeah, then the whole thing. And, yeah. After the battle, the Clayman versus Rimuru, and it goes down the same thing as what yeah. So then, yeah, as Demon Lord Malene walks over to, like, her brother and hugs him. Long time no see, brother. Hey, Demon Lord Eye, is that your sister? Yeah. Me and her are crazy. He's a bunch. Huh. Well, I see. Hey? So, yeah, then she ends up saying, huh, as Demon Lord Malene says, who would you be? Oh, me? I'm one of his girlfriends. As everyone around the thing, or like, and the guy and his, like, wife says, huh, looks like from, the being in the other world really did soften him up. He has girlfriends. Yeah. So then they ended up doing, like, weird stuff. as he's as she tells them the whole story of how after he showed up at this is what she says, when he showed up at my school, he basically all the girls instantly fell in love with him. He was pretty popular, or he is still popular. Yeah, then the girl. So then both girls. Then she says but now he only has two in this. Me and that Holy Knight Grandmaster, or whatever her name is. Or actually, she says the actual name. And of her. And Rimuru was like, wait, holy crud. Yeah. It's kind of embarrassing. And she kissed him right on the cheek. And she says this. Sorry. She says that, don't be embarrassed, sweet pea. Hey? So then okay, now with all that out of the way, now we need to pick a name. Because the Beast King, whatever his name is, and the Butterfly Girl, she ends up becoming Maline's apprentice things. Yeah. So they're friends to spend time with her instead of so they have to pick a name for themselves. There's her name, yeah. As he says, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. So then he agrees with them. As before he left, his own parents are so proud of him for having two girlfriends that are two humans. So then, yeah. So So then I forget her name, that vampire girl that was in, give me a moment, alright. It was, if I could find this stupid thing, here we go. So, she tells him that, man, one of your other wife, him, is my subordinate, right? Yes. Huh. Yeah. As she says, I don't really care. So, yeah. So then they got, like, those two girls that I said about. Plus, in this alternate reality, when it was love at first sight thing, she actually, when she saw Rimuru, she actually did that. And poor little Rimuru. Yeah. So, now let's get back to where we were. I just need to start remembering where I put this stupid thing. Oh, sorry. I'm tackled. So, here it is. So, yeah. Between, her and her, they both got married to my character called Demon Lord I. Yeah. And then the day came where they got, like, they basically got pregnant and they gave birth to 4 kids. And 4. 2 boys, 2 girls. And all 4 of them have the power of the infinity. Or actually, there's 6 of them. 3 boys, 3 girls. Yeah. It was scary. The hey, yeah. And yeah. So he was happy, and yeah. Plus anyone plus he actually had, through this entire, like, video thing, the entire What If season, or this series, was that he had one in the beginning, and then when he was in the otherworldly, then through the entire almost towards the end of the entire series, he has 6. So that one that was in the other world was actually a girl. No? So that would have been 7. 4 girls, 4 boys, or 3 boys. So, alright. Ooh. So, 4 girls, 3 boys, and yeah. Through this entire series. Okay? How about that one girl, one of his daughters is actually was his, because she has the power of teleport to, like, between dimensions. So she goes from the other world where she was born and grew up to the world where her parents are. Her father is. Yeah. As he remembers all his children's. So they, but they did not realize that someone like molested him to do it. So yeah. So then both of them, or so then he could not believe that he was a father to 3 girls, or no, actually 4 girls, 3 boys. Yeah, that was scary. So this is the end of the What If. Please leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace.